Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew Dixon of Business Health. Welcome to this series of talks on how the mind works and what to do when it doesn't. We'll be covering a wide spectrum of conditions, from depression and anxiety to OCD and bipolar. I'll be touching on some of the even more severe conditions like psychosis, but only touching on those areas because they are really very highly specialist. But no reason why the principles that we're talking about here shouldn't be applied to almost any psychological condition. These talks are aimed very much at employees, but I would like to think that managers will be looking at them as well to get a better recognition of the sort of symptoms to be looking out for and the sort of therapies that they can point their employees towards, and be advising them and encouraging and then supporting them in work if they find that they're, for example, not approaching some of the self-help techniques that we'll be talking about in particular detail. The talks will involve a little bit of theory, but really a very little bit of theory, and it's very important that you do look at the next video, which is the basic structure of how the mind works, because within that are all the models of what goes wrong and how to fix it, and it's very important that you have that in mind when you're looking at some of the treatment programs later on. I'll be talking about some of the evidence base, and I'll be giving you references, a number of YouTube references particularly to look at, and there'll be some information in the audio section on the website and in the library for reference. So bear with it, work through the videos in order from the beginning to right through to the end if you can bear it, simply missing out any videos which you think are particularly irrelevant to you. So if you're very clear that you do not suffer with bipolar, if you're very clear that you do not suffer with obsessive compulsive disorder, you can skip those. But don't skip, please, the talks on how the mind works, the theory. Don't skip the ones on the talk on medications, even if you're not on medication and not thinking of going on medication. Very short bit of information, just looking at some thoughts to consider. Don't skip the one, please, on counselling and talking therapies, even if you have had bad experiences in the past and are very clear that it's not a route you're going to take. Have a look at it. There may be something in there that might be useful to you. Work your way through and particularly focus on the self-help techniques. When you get to the self-help techniques, please make a decision of whether you're going to apply them or not. Look at the evidence base, so that when you sit in your chair, for example, doing your mindfulness meditation and think, this isn't working for me, I don't believe it, you can actually look back at some of that evidence and think, well, I was warned that I wouldn't feel anything at the time, I'm going to persist with this. And if you do persist with these self-help techniques, you will find that you just get better. I look forward to speaking to you in the rest of the series. Enjoy it and give me some feedback. Thank you.